kids are up their ass, you're gonna understand this. I needed a break, and it's okay, mothers, for you to say that. I see you, okay? I see you. What's up, Vibers? Welcome to part 2 of how my life exploded about 6 months ago. So if you have not watched part 1, make sure you head over and watch part 1 on my channel to get the full rundown of how we got to this point. But for those of you that have seen it already know, the moment I decided to move out into an apartment was the moment things really got real. But I knew that that was the only thing at that point that had the potential to save our marriage, truly. And I stand by that, and I'm glad I did it, because for us, that was the thing. Like, I needed the space more than I even realized. I want to say that he was on board, because he was, but he also wasn't. He also was terrified, is what I mean by that. Like, he wasn't like, oh, you can't do it. Like, because nobody's going to tell me what to do, basically. That's who I am as a person. But he was really scared. I remember him saying to me, us taking this space is the thing this is just the next step towards divorce. And it took a lot of reassurance from me to be like, I promise that that's not the end goal that I want. That's not what I want. I want to save this marriage, and I truly believe that this is the only way that it's going to happen for me. I needed this. I need the space. I just kept telling him I need the space. That's what I need. And I think that I think he maybe felt like I just wanted to get away from him and I just wasn't going to ever look back. And it really wasn't the case. I did this because I wanted to come back. And it had been so long since I felt joy or love in my heart, or I just was so numb. Like, I remember just feeling so numb to everything, and this space is really what I needed to understand how bad that had gotten. So I'm very lucky in the sense that I work with a lot of people that I consider friends, and so one of them lived in this apartment complex, and she was like, hey, I'm pretty sure that one of the units is empty. I'm pretty sure that the people that live there just moved out. So she gave me the contact information for the property managers, and I messaged them. I put in an application, and like literally same day they messaged back and were like, hey, this looks great. Do you want to come look at it? And I did, and bada bing, bada boom, I had an apartment. So that's when shit got real. And I started packing my stuff up, and I moved in, and we lived for the better part of 6 months like we were divorced. And my mom helped a lot with that, because his swing shift is difficult. His swing shift has always been difficult for us. But my mom helped a lot because she's retired. So we had a while back, when my youngest was a baby, had renovated a room that we had at the big house. The big house is just what I call the house that's not an apartment. We renovated a room, and so she stays there. That's her room. So she stays with us half the time, and then she stays in her house, which is in a different state, like 2 hours away, half the time. So usually she'll come up when he's on days so that I can have a job. So she'll come up when he's on days, because he leaves early. He leaves like 5:30 in the morning, and then I gotta be at work anywhere between 7:30 and 8:30. So when it's school year, kids are in school, they gotta get up, they gotta get ready, they gotta get to the bus or wherever it is that they go, and then they are out of school before I'm off work. So my mom it comes in clutch. She's really been a huge help. So the thing that was the most revolutionary for me was having 2-3 days in a row by myself once every other week or so. I didn't realize how much I needed that until I had it. That alone, I feel like saved our marriage. Like, I can credit a lot of our marriage being saved to that. To just me having enough time to be alone, completely alone, to regulate my nervous system. I did not realize how fucked my nervous system was until I was alone and was able to like, you know, and I'm the kind of person, I need a lot of alone time in order to feel recharged. And I said that in the last video, but it's true. And I didn't realize how true it was until this. And there's a difference, a huge difference in my opinion, to being alone in your bedroom when your kids are out in the living room or whatever, especially as a mother. There's a huge difference between that and then being in a house or apartment completely by yourself. No other living soul is in that place of residence with you. No one else. There's a huge difference, okay? Because when, as a mother, you're in your room, you got the door closed, locked, whatever. You got people knocking on the door still. You got mom, I need this, mom, I need that. You know, hands on the doors, kids that have iPads calling you, messaging you, whatever. You're not alone. You're not ever alone. They're coming to you. They'll walk right past dad, come right to you. You know what I mean? That was my experience anyway. And so I was more burnt out than I ever realized. I knew I was burnt out, but it was worse than I ever realized. And it would have just kept going downhill had I not got an apartment and really had that time to be alone and regulate my nervous system. Because even after just a couple of weeks of having those several days in a row to be completely alone, imagine this. Mothers will understand this, or, you know, single fathers, or, you know, people that are with those kids 24/7, those kids are up their ass. You're going to understand this. 11 years I haven't had this. I forgot what it was like to be able to just, you come home from work, you do whatever you want. Nobody's relying on you. You go to bed, you eat whatever you want. I could eat a piece of cheese and a hot dog for dinner. I don't have to worry about anything else. Okay? You watch whatever show you want, you do whatever hobby you want, you go to bed whenever you want, you wake up whenever you want, if it's a weekend. Or you get ready or by yourself, you know, whatever. You don't have to worry about anybody but yourself. That's not something that I had ever for the better part of a decade. And boy, did I need it. And a lot of women, society doesn't like it when women go, hey, I need a break from these motherfucking kids. Okay? Society doesn't like that. And want to make you feel bad. They want to make you feel like, why don't you want to be with your kids? What mother wouldn't want to be with her kids? I love my kids, but sometimes my kids are assholes and I need a break. I love my kids. They're amazing. Sometimes they're so far up my ass that they're seeing out my eyeballs. Okay? I needed a break, and it's okay, mothers, for you to say that. I see you. Okay? I see you. You need a break, and it's okay to take it. It's okay. It's okay. Let society judge you. Who cares? Okay? Because at the end of the day, if you're not at your best, nobody's doing well. Because let's face it, you're the backbone of that family. Okay? And if you're not in a good place mentally, emotionally, physically, nobody is. Period. Okay? I'm happier now than I have been in over a decade. And it's because of this apartment. And for those reasons, I'm keeping the apartment. Now, we're not living like we're divorced like we were. We're not living because we're not separated anymore. But I've kept the apartment. And so I come here to get ready in the morning. I come here after, like right now, he's off. He just got off a stretch of nights. So he's off. I got off work. I came to my apartment. And this is where I'll be for the rest of the night. He's got the kids at the big house. Because I now know that if I don't take that time, it's going to erode any progress that we've made. It's not going to be good for me. And I know that now. So I'm lucky, and I know that this is privileged. I'm lucky that I am well off enough to be able to afford this apartment. And it's because he has the job at the plant, and it's because I have a full-time job at the bank. Those are the reasons that I'm able to afford to have my own space in addition to our house. And that is not feasible for everyone, and I know that. I'm aware of that. I'm very lucky and privileged in that way. I'm not giving it up. You could pry it out of my cold dead hands. And that might not always be the case, you know. We could be having a conversation, you and I, in about 3 months, and it could be different, because that's what life is. That's what life is. Life is a roller coaster, and you don't really know what's coming around the corner. You just don't. But for now, I'm happy, and I know what I need in order to stay happy. And it's time, space, alone. Nobody else. Not a single soul in my space. Just a few times every other week is what's gonna feed this soul. You know what I mean? And so that's what I'm gonna do. That's what I do. That's what I'm doing. And that's what I'm gonna continue to do. So the space saved us. Truly. It gave us the time. It gave me the time to be able to look back and go, whoa, I was lacking joy. I was lacking love. And it was because I was so burnt out that I didn't have space for it. That's what saved our marriage. Having enough time away to breathe, to be like, it's not that I don't love you. It's that I was so burnt out that I didn't know how to feel anything. So it's coming back, and I can feel it coming back in so many different ways. I'm feeling that spark come back. I'm feeling my creativity come back. I'm feeling my boldness, my individuality, my need for chasing something again, you know? And that wouldn't have ever come back had I not taken this space. So if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like this video, you subscribe, so that this will keep showing up on your feed. You know, click that bell for notifications if you want to keep up to date with these series that I'm doing. But this is part 2. Part 3, I said in part 2 I was going to talk about how the kids handled it. I'm going to talk about that in part 3, because that was a whole other ball game. How we talked about that with them, how they responded to that. Spoiler alert, my oldest daughter also needs a lot of alone time, so loved the apartment, especially when it was just me and her. She would go to her room, I'll go to my room. It worked out well for us. So spoiler alert, it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. But I'll talk a lot more in depth about it in part 3. So make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. Make sure you like this over on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. I post shorts. So I'll post snippets of these conversations, but the longer form, more in-depth videos are over here on YouTube. So if you want to like and follow my other pages, I love that. That keeps pushing my stuff out. But the longer form videos with the vulnerable stuff like this is going to be over here on YouTube. So make sure you're following. So thank you so much for being here. I've been getting a lot of really good feedback on this specific series, because it's hitting home for a lot of people, and that's why I'm making it. I'm making this kind of content because a lot of people don't feel seen. I didn't feel seen, and I want you to feel seen. You're not crazy. You're not like, oh, I'm just a terrible person, because no, you're not. No, you're not. A lot of other people are feeling the same things and just aren't talking about it because society told them that it was bad. You're not bad. You're not in trouble. You're not doing anything wrong. You're just a human being who needs some space, and that's okay. And that's what I'm here to tell you. That's what I'm here to tell you. It's okay, baby. It is okay. You are not only a mother, you are also a human being who needs to be something other than a mom sometimes. Mom can be a huge part of your identity, and that's great, but it doesn't have to be the whole thing. And that's okay. It's okay too. So I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. I want you to feel seen. I want you to feel heard. If you have questions or want me to talk about anything else in depth or any other type of area of my life, drop it in the comments and I will. I promise you I will. So let me know. Part 3s come in next week. I drop these on Fridays every week. So part 1 was dropped a little early because it was the kickstart. to this series, but I'm going to drop these every Friday. So part 2's coming today, obviously. Part 3 next Friday, etc., etc. So drop your questions, drop your suggestions of things you want me to talk about when it comes to my life or things you're struggling with, and I'll talk about it. And I will be uncensored about it, baby. It's okay. That's what we do here. So I love you. Like and subscribe. Come back Friday for part 3, and I will see you then.